Okay, it's Christmas time, and every year Walmart comes out with these remote control units for Christmas trees, and it seems like every year they get a little bit better. Um, they're very simple, straightforward, easy to use, and seem to be fairly reliable. So I really like them. I use them to turn my lights on and off in the shop here and some other things. So I wanted to take a look at what's inside. So let's take a quick look here. So we only need this one here. So this is the first time I've done a video with my iPad like this, so I'm hoping it works out okay. Let me know if it's okay for you guys. These are about 15 bucks, and I do really like them. The new feature for this year is that you can turn it on and off from remote, but you can also push this button and it'll turn on and off. And there's a little LED just under there. Okay. Oh, there you go. So they're rated for 15 amps. So this is the relay that, let's see if I can do. It's the relay. Looks like a MOV for protection. And that must be the antenna. Little receiver module. Let's see if we can get this thing out of here. Oh yeah. It just doesn't want to. Oh, there we go. Okay, just a regular plastic case, and here's some. Can you see that? There's the ratings, the specifications, 15 amps. Resistive. Pretty cool. Okay. And here's the circuit board. And some chip. I've already looked up this chip, and I can't find any spec sheet for it, but there is a some stuff on the EE blog that talks about a similar chip. So it's a receiver chip, and there's the. Well, that's interesting. It's labeled ground data. What's that? VDD. It's interesting that these capacitors are just loose like this. Maybe I'll put some hot glue there, keep those bouncing around. And the LED fits up into that little hole there, so that you can see when it's on. Go ahead and zoom in here. Get down here so I can see what I'm doing. So, oh, that's interesting. Huh, look at this. Somebody has come back through and ground off these traces. I guess there was a mistake in the design of the board, and somebody, I wonder if they had to manually come back and grind those out. You can see the little dust left over. Interesting. So we got separation between the high voltage and the low voltage side. And so this is the plug going into the wall, and then this is where your load goes, and then there's the little push button. I probably should short out those capacitors. 100 volt. That's 1,000 microfarad on that one. Seems pretty big. And the relay is indeed rated for 15 amps, 125 volts, half horsepower. And what's this big shunt? It looks like it's just, so they've got a solder trace going here to help with the current, but they've also added this shunt wire across. I guess this was burning out or something. It couldn't handle the 15 amps. Interesting. And I could have put more solder on here too. Lots of pad left. And DB, is that diode bridge rectifier? What's interesting, it's a bridge rectifier, but they're only using one. They're only using, can you see that? They're only using like one of the diodes, and this one. Does that make sense? What's the incoming? Is that going through there? I have to trace that out. Zener diode, probably for the power supply for this chip. Another diode. It's fairly interesting. I find it interesting that they had to come back and cut those out. Okay, well, fairly simple circuit. Receiver, crystal, data. I wish I had a scope that I could watch that data on there and see what's coming across. All right, well, let's look at this. This is the transmitter. I always find it interesting when they use these batteries. This is a let me see, A23G 12 volt. Interesting battery. Is that just a big stack of button cells? I don't know. I bet you this has the same, I don't need to do, same chip as in the receiver. If they can work as a transmitter and receiver. Alright. Is that right? Can't read that. There we go. 980202. And what's this one? 980202. I think that's the same chip. Anywho, the crystal, LED, 6 switches. Wow. It's in there tight, isn't it? I'm gonna have to get my, I like to use these, my big lenses. Okay. I guess this is the antenna. This trace right here is the antenna. Not much to it. It's got a B. These are, say, channel E. That's the one thing you have to be sure of when you buy them, that you get the right channel. Don't get duplicate channels. Well, that's about it. Not much else to talk about. Well, I'll put it back together. Thanks for watching.